The rock cycle takes millions of years to complete. The rock cycle is a continuous process that shows how rocks change from one type to another over geological time. It's like nature's way of recycling rocks. The 9 stages of the rock cycle. Weathering. Weathering is the process where rocks break down into smaller pieces due to factors like wind, rain, and temperature changes. Imagine a big rock breaking into tiny bits over time. Erosion. Erosion happens when these tiny rock pieces are carried away by wind, water, or ice. It's like when you see sand being blown across the beach. Transportation. The particles created by weathering and erosion are transported by rivers, glaciers, or wind to new locations. For example, a river might carry sand from the mountains to the sea. Deposition. Deposition occurs when the transported sediments settle down and accumulate in layers. This might happen in riverbeds, lakes, or the ocean floor. Over time, these layers build up. Burial, compression, and cementation. As more sediments accumulate, the older layers get buried under newer layers. This pressure builds up over time. The buried sediments are compressed, squeezed together, and cemented, glued together, by minerals that fill the gaps between particles. This process turns loose sediments into solid rock called sedimentary rock. Heat and pressure. As sedimentary rocks are buried deeper, they experience intense heat and pressure. This causes the minerals to change and form metamorphic rock. It's like baking a cake where heat changes the ingredients. Melting. If the temperature gets high enough, metamorphic rocks can melt and turn into magma, hot molten rock, deep inside the earth. This is like melting chocolate in a pot. Cooling. When magma rises to the Earth's surface, it cools and solidifies into igneous rock. This can happen either above ground, like in lava flows, or below ground, like in magma chambers. Exposure. New rocks forming underground push the old rocks towards the surface, and this is called uplift. Rocks that end up exposed on the Earth's surface are subject to weathering and erosion, and the whole cycle begins again. The amount of rock on the surface is always about the same, even though it's weathered away.